Welcome everyone to another episode of Mastering Money Mondays, where each and every week we infuse a topic that will help us all transition from one of being a debtor and or saver into one of being a wealth creator. I am Mr. Green, affectionately known as Mr. Flip Your 401k.
And I am Cynthia Pete, also known as your financial freedom fighter.
That's what's happening. So, hey, why do we have this show? Why do we have this podcast, Mastering Money Mondays? Is quite simple. The reason why we have this is because we've been taught how to make money. Go get an education. Go get a good paying job, right? We've been taught how to manage money. Now that we're making a little money, put it into a checking and savings account. Save it or put it in a 401k account. However, we have not been taught how to master money, meaning taking the same dollar over and over and over again, multiplying it and becoming pregnant with possibilities so we can live our best life. All right. So as Cynthia and I are learning money tips, money strategies, we're growing, we're evolving. We want to pour back into community to help us all grow and evolve within our financial journeys. So with that being said, that's why we have the show. This is episode 26. Episode 26. Thank me later. All right.
Yes.
This is about taking care of your future self, doing the things now so that your future self will thank you later. All right. So what is the pain point? What is the pain point based on this show's topic? Okay. We're going to address a crucial situation about long-term financial health, right? It's about understanding that you're not going to be forever young. I want to be forever young. You may want to be forever young, but guess what? You're not going to be, at least not physically, maybe not even financially. So we want to talk about what steps can you take to ensure that your future self is financially secure. All right. Many people overlook the importance of financial planning early. And what happens is it leads to stress and insecurity later on in life. I know this firsthand because I'm a retirement plan manager and I have people reaching out to me ready to exit the organization all the time, and they come into the revelation that they do not have enough money to live off of, and they have put their money in things that they quite simply had no understanding about. So anyway, Cynthia, go ahead and drop our money tip.
So the money tip today is real simple. Start investing early. And so you need to invest early. So the whole premise of Mastering Money Mondays, if you want to break down how to master money, it is simply this: taking $1 and using it over and over and over again. That's how you master money, simply put. And so essentially that's investing. So you want to, if you take in most of the dollars that you make and you're just spending the dollar, you're only using that dollar one time. So you have to start asking yourself, how do I make this dollar use itself more than once? And that's essentially how you master money, right? There's other things you can do, but essentially it is using a dollar over and over and over again. So start early. And I want to bring up a point because I started my 401k. I can't remember when I started a Roth. I think I started a Roth in my late 20s. And in 2019, I was laid off. In 2022, I was laid off again.
Wow. Yeah.
But the thing, when I talked to my financial planner the first time, he was like, well, actually, if you never put anything else in your 401k, you would probably be good when you retire.
And that's what? Because of compound interest?
Because I took care of my future self at 21 and started investing in my 401k, and not only my 401k, but also a Roth. So before tax and after tax. So start investing early.
Yeah, I mean, because time keeps on slipping into the future. Hey, look, starting early and like Cynthia said, with that compound interest effect, right? You can, if you start early and you put money into those instruments, those accounts, that money continues to grow and grow and grow and grow and grow over time, right? So people think that this is a big money game as far as, going about this, but it's really not. So like for instance, right? If you invest $5,000 a year, now hold on before y'all jump at me about $5,000. Some of y'all are getting that in y'all income tax refund.
Yeah.
Y'all know who y'all are. Some of y'all getting double that in y'all income tax refund. Right. So if you invest that money, and $5,000 and it grows at a rate of return of 7%, right? You will have at least $1 million by the time that you are 65. Right now, if you do this at age 25, so it goes back to Cynthia's point that you want to start early, but that time is on your side because you don't have. The more time you have, the less money you have to put in. Right? If you wait until 35 or 45, you're going to have to do a little bit more. Right? But do something. I think that's the point. Do something because. Once you start getting to a time and a space where you don't want to work as much, like your 50s or 60s, you're going to look back to and say to yourself, like, man, what could I have done differently? If you're not doing anything right now, what could I have done differently in my 20s? What could I have done differently in my 30s? Another good thing about the time as well is that you can be, if you decide to, you can be a little bit more aggressive. You can be more risky with the way in which you where you place your money, where you decide to invest, which can help also with the growth of your money over time as well.
Definitely.
So so thank your future self. I mean, don't be out here waiting until you in your 50s and 60s and then decide, okay, I need a financial planner, or I need somebody that can help me with my money, or I need to try to learn it on my own, right? Be able to start now. Understand your risk tolerance, meaning am I okay with being aggressive? Am I okay with being moderate, or am I conservative? Take calculated risk with those investments, right? And because we say that because the younger that you are, the more time that you have to recover. All right. Yeah. So that's just my spiel. That's just my take. I mean, you could take it for what is worth.
Cool. So just some practical steps on taking care of your future self, right? So you want to maximize your retirement account. Put money into your 401k that's pre-tax. You want to create an emergency fund, right? So 3 to 6 to 12 months, of living expenses. You want to invest in education and skills. I just went and got another certification.
Congratulations.
Thank you. So went and got another certification. And those things help, right? So my even though I was laid off in 2023, I went and got a certification, and it increased my salary by over $30,000. So those
talk heavy then. Talk heavy. Just flexing on them.
Man, inflation ate all that up. Just like, okay, now I'm comfortable again, So anyway, so definitely invest in education and skills. Guys, there are so many ways to make money now. I mean, it's just, I know we were only taught to get a job, but I mean, online products and service, it's so many ways to make money. So definitely keep improving on yourself and do what you want to do. I seriously think in this day and time you can make money doing whatever God created you to do.
Facts. I literally went to, and even if you don't know what you want to do, I literally went to Chat GPT the other day and just plugged in sources of income, separate sources of income. Yes. As a 9-to-5 worker. I have a 9-to-5 job and a family. What are some revenue or income sources, things that I can do that don't occupy much of my time or take time away from my family and still allow for me to be highly effective in my job? Guess what? It's going to give me a lot. Okay, where do I start? Boom, boom, boom. Prompted. Where do I start? Okay, is there any books or materials that I can read or any websites that I can connect with to help me get, it's all there. Technology allows for any question that you have in your brain that you can conceptualize, it can be answered for you in a matter of seconds, right? So I just wanted to share that because
No,
I've been heavy on AI right now.
Listen.
Just trying to. I'm in a spiritual awakening. My wife calls it a midlife crisis. I call it a spiritual awakening.
I don't call it a midlife crisis. I call it a midlife awakening.
I like that.
Yes, it is a midlife awakening because, as teenagers and young adults, we just do what society tells us to do, right? And we get in midlife, and it started for me at 40, where I was just like, am I supposed to do this corporate job for another 25 years? Like, it was just like, Lord, I can't. So I call it a midlife awakening.
I'm gonna have to talk to you about this offline, but my Reiki, my holistic practitioner, my Reiki master, she says that when you hit that 40 mark, something does happen to you spiritually where you do start asking more introspective questions about and reflection too. So I like that midlife awakening.
Yeah, that's what it is. It's not a crisis. I don't know who came up with that foolishness, but it's not a crisis. I think it's only a crisis when you start blaming the closest people around you, which I think kind of where it came from, because during a time where, and again, I think it's the midlife crisis was based on men, which a lot of things are based on in our society and other societies. But, men getting Ferraris or men leaving their wives for a younger woman, but don't accept that societal
BS,
definition.
bovine feces. Yeah.
Oh, Lord.
Yeah. Check out the previous episode if you want to know what bovine feces is. But anyway.
Okay.
So go ahead, Cynthia, close us out.
So, I had a couple other things. So education skills, diversify your investments, and pay down high interest debt. Okay, so we've talked about debt. There's good debt. High interest debt is not one. Right. So you want to make sure you pay that off. And again, I just want to reiterate that the goal is, here's the thing about $1. $1 doesn't go to sleep. It never gets tired. It's not emotional. So when you put that dollar to work, it keeps working. And so that's what you want to do. You want to put your money to work. And but what we're taught is we need to work. And we need to work harder. But you will never outwork $1 because you'll get tired. You'll get emotional. Somebody in your family will pass away. You will get depressed. But that $1, it keeps working. Man, so that's what investing is. I
love that. And maybe allocating the time instead of trying to figure out not saying that you shouldn't, but how to necessarily get a better paying job, or that could potentially put you in a situation where you're working hard and working longer. Maybe shifting some of that time and energy and effort in learning on how to, again, make your money work. Yeah. You know what I mean? Because, and you said this often, it's not about how much money you make per se. It is about the money that you keep, and it's about what you're doing with the money. Right? So
and it's not either or. It's both and. Because sometimes to solve your problems, you got to make more money. Okay,
that's true.
Like hands down, that's not. I don't think that's what we're saying.
No, it's not.
But a lot of times we make more money and we spend more money. That's what we're saying.
That's what we're saying. Exactly.
Sometimes to solve your financial problems, but you just gonna have to make some more money. Like, I don't know what else to tell you.
Yeah, facts. So with that being said, we appreciate you all again for joining another episode of Mastering Money Mondays. And until we meet again, you all take care.
Peace.